Hi! What are you looking for? An explanation for our model? Okay, I will let you wait. Let's get through the deeper insights about Work It Out, a gamified model for students and teachers in physics that our group have done. But before we start, let me introduce a little bit about our team. We are V&D and we have 3 members, Thuy Vi, Thi Nhi, and Mỹ Dung. So, let's start right now! About the problem, based on what we have conducted, there are 137 over 150 people think that the teaching content is not practical for professionals and communities. Sadly, this makes students feel overwhelmed for the lessons and lose interest in studying. Simultaneously, the market insight that we have researched show that people think gamification is a new and appealing style in education that adds in the acquisitions of knowledge. However, gamified education has not been optimized efficiently due to the lack of access and experience. In terms of the customer persona, this model aims at 2 subjects, students and teachers, both of these live in Vietnam, having modern devices, willing to try out new things and not afraid of challenges, enjoying playing or discovering games. But to students, there are 16 to 18, single and living with guardian, financially dependent, their family having an average income of about 4 million Vietnam dong per month, spend the most time studying. Have an interest in interactive and career-oriented activities. About teachers, we aim at people from 22 to 35, income about 3.5 million Vietnam dong per month, working about 4 to 8 hours a day and prefer to incorporating technology into teaching. To our goals, we hope that students can use what they have learned in their studies into the actual lives and utilize gamification to better their studies. In terms of the teachers, we are looking forward to seeing that they can apply gamification as the way to stimulate learners and create far more exciting lessons.
Now, let's come to the big idea. According to the new curriculum of the Education Ministry in 2018, in high school education, physics has become an optional subject for career orientation. Therefore, the approach emphasizing practicalities and real-life implication have received much attention from stakeholders. With that direction in mind, we would like to put forward the ideas for our application. Work it out. First, let's take a look at our model unique selling points and customer value proposition. As for unique selling points, by using our application, students can get real vocational experience by role-playing in jobs related to physics. And what about teacher? We're sure that teaching process will become more straightforward, engaging, practical, and individualized by incorporating role-playing games with test-based approach. With all the unique selling points, we can proudly say that in our application, by bringing vocational and empirical elements into teaching and learning, we not only help students realize the career orientation by gaining insight into the nature of physics-related issues, but also help teachers reduce the workload and improve the teaching quality. So how can we make what we have just said a reality? Let's move on to the description for better understanding. The first thing to mention is the format of the model. Work It Out is an application that can be downloaded and used on smartphones, PCs, and laptops. As I mentioned before, our application is the form of a role-playing game. With different units of knowledge, learners are put into a hypothetically vocational situation in which they have to solve a particular task related to the job to pass a game round. The task is based on the application of specific knowledge in a particular job in our society. These authentic problems are simplified appropriately so that students can put theory into practice without much difficulty. At the end of each round, students not only have a chance to refine knowledge practically, but also have a general pictures of how that units of knowledge is applied in real careers. Now let's come to the game overview. As you can see, this is the interface of our application. Work It Out has 2 modes, synchronous and asynchronous. As for the synchronous mode, Work It Out can be integrated into online conference platforms like MS Teams or Zoom. The application will offer the teachers a range of lessons designed based on the requirements of the new curriculum. What teachers need to do is just incorporating our lesson into their classes. Each lesson will start by posting an authentic vocational task to students. A number of subtasks are also given step by step to guide the wave. After finishing on the subtask with the support of the teachers, students will finish the initial task by themselves. In this mode, all students will progress at the same pace under the instruction of the teachers. All student working processes will be shown on the teacher's screen. Therefore, teachers can easily follow the way students complete learning tasks and give appropriate support to individuals. As for the synchronous mode, students can go at their own pace. They are completely free to choose what and how they learn. The situations in this mode are more diverse than those of the synchronous mode to meet different levels of students in self-learning. In this mode, the job-related tasks are more open and experimental. There is no fixed right or wrong answer. By this we mean that what students need to do is to find out the correct relationship between elements, given that their solution meet the requirements of the task, they are considered correct. After student trials, the result will be shown visually with explanation so that students will know whether they do it correctly or not. If not, they will know where they make mistake and the possible outcome of that error. As you can see on the screen, this is a task requiring to apply the knowledge about gravity to demolish a building. The result will be shown visually like that. Thanks to the experimental nature of the mode, students can work out the best solution and learn from trial and error process. And the last session that you can see from the interface is Let's Talk, the forum. This is a great place for students to interact and share with others. For more details about it, we will discover in the last part, the game mechanic with Thiên Nhi.
Okay, so for the gamified part, we would like to introduce some innovative functions of our application. The first are the role-playing and the hypothetical situation. Like we have mentioned in the big idea, the purpose of our application is to offer the student the real-life experience. So how can they get the real-life experience? By the teacher telling them? No. By learning at school? Definitely not. In our app, we place students in virtual hypothetical situation where they will have to finish a task of a particular job in real life. For example, if they chose to be an electric engineer, they will have to finish like installing the power line of the house based on the requirements of the house owners. To make the experience realer, we also let the student choose the appearance for their character. The costume will be changed automatically to fit the different job in each round. And there's another interesting things about our application. Knowing the slogan, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, goes together. We offer the interactive conversations, which is also called the forum session, where the student and the teacher can share knowledge and give feedback to interact and learn from one another. Last but not least, knowing that learning is not a destination but a long journey. So to encourage students to study harder and more regularly, as well as recording the learning process, our app also has the rewards for user, including the badge and the virtual money. The badge will receive after each unit as an achievement. And by virtual money, we do not mean like anything like bitcoins or something valuable, but it's still very important because we will have some rounds locked in the asynchronous mode. So if a student wants to try new job, try new task, they need to use the app regularly or participate in the test or be active in the forum session so they can get the virtual money. So that is the end of our presentation. We are happy that you stay tuned to the end. Again, we are V&D team. Thank you a lot for listening.